Place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free Now looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hey, you guys, it's Brandy here. Completely forgot to put myself in the stream. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. We are in for a really nice treat here today. We have Alexandra from Maker Forte, who's going to be demonstrating some wonderful projects. I do have a special promo code. We are scrolling down at the bottom for 20% off your purchase at Maker Forte. You need to use that special link, excuse me, stampmesomelove.com/Maker Forte hyphen live stream. She's also told me that we have free shipping from the hours of 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So be sure, if you are a VIP, to stack that with your VIP all access bonus. All right, you guys, let me check in with Alexandra, see if she is ready. If you could give me a big thumbs up. Awesome. All right, she can hear me. All right, here we go. Hello, Alexandria. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brandy?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was just thinking to myself as we were getting ready for the live stream that you and I have known each other for quite some time. And I think you and I were introduced before Maker Forte came into being. And then I was just sort of starting my blogging journey. It was at that alt conference. Do you remember that?
I do. We had breakfast with Michelle. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes,
Well.
yes. And how our lives have sort of intercrossed different ways. I was on one of your first design teams. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, so much has changed for both of us. So it's exciting to kind of come back together again, and we're still doing this and having fun.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to see what you've got, and I am going to put you full screen so you, my friend, can have the stage.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining me, and thank you, Brandy, for having me here at the Success Summit. I'm going to try and overachieve and do 2 cards, but we'll see how we get on. Here are the two that I had prepped. So we're going to start with this one. It's a quick and easy, and I actually used the same ink colors over the two. So to show you that you can use the same supplies and get totally different effects on them. So we're going to dive straight into this one here. And I'm going to use one of our stencils. It's called Kaleidoscope of Butterflies. And Brandy does have a link to, we've made a collection for you. So everything I'm going to use in this demo is in a collection, so it's easy to find.
Yeah, I'm going to post that in the chat.
Awesome.
I've got it on a banner, but it's hiding your project space. So we're going to be posting that in the chat. Lisa, if you could go ahead and copy that link down, stampmesomelove.com/makerforte live stream supply list.
Perfect. Thanks, Brandy. So this is our maker map. So we print these. We make a lot of our own things in-house. Prior to this life, I was an engineer. So we have some really cool things and we manufacture a lot of it ourselves. So this is a maker map. It has on here A2 and slimline sizes. And our stencils are a little bit bigger than most. They're a 7x9. And this one is a 3-step. They have an engraving in the corner. So as long as you always have the engraving right side up, they will layer perfectly. And you can put it on your maker map. There's actually a line. I just put a little bit of double-sided tape up here, and then I don't have to do anything else at all. I'm going to start off with some bubblegum ink. This is one of my favorite colors, this lovely light pink. So I'm going to just go in here and blend. Really pretty. Just a light base. And they're a little bit more opaque. They are on a silicone foam, and they're our own formulation. So I did have a chemist in to formulate these for us. So they're a water reactive dye-based ink. So this is bubblegum. We have little color families. So all of our pastels like this are flavors of ice cream. So here I'll be using bubblegum and grape. And then we also have our British banter, going back to my roots. And they're your kind of rich, regal, crown jewel kind of tones. And then we have our American primaries, which are going to be your bright bolds. And then we have Turn Back Time, which are our neons, and they're all sort of retro colors. So we went for the fun naming conventions. So this is a little bit of grape. Again, just layering it up on here. And it's super easy this way, just this little bit of tape. Make sure I've got that one the right way. And this one, I'm going to put some neon lights onto this one. And then that is my background done. So super quick and easy. And then everything is done. So they're engraved. You can store these in like a snap binder or kind of any 6x9 to 8x9, I think they are, binders. So there we go. There is our finished background. Super easy, super quick, but really, really effective on that. So that was some neon lights.
We've got a question from the audience. Kim is asking the promo code for Maker Forte. Does that free shipping include to Canada?
It's free US. So it's domestic US shipping.
Got it. Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. So let's trim this one down. So I have a little freebie you can go get. It's at the free card making guide. And it's also printed if you have maker's mats. And also on the side here, it has your 3 sizes for A2 and slimline. So whenever you're making your cards, it's right there, easy to use. So this layer I'm cutting to 5 inches by 3 3/4. I have a piece of coronation purple to coordinate. And that goes at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I already have a pre-scored card base ready to go. So in a minute, we'll be ready to layer everything together. But first, we need to make our butterfly. And I'm going to use our Flights of Fancy stamp set. So you notice here, this is a rubber. It's a white rubber. My husband actually has a PhD in tire engineering. So he's pretty up on his rubber types. And he developed for us this really cool white rubber. So you can see what ink you're putting on. It cleans up really nicely, despite how mine might look, because I'm not the best at cleaning stamps. That's definitely not my forte, is cleaning my stamps, but it's okay. So I'm going to stamp out the butterfly using my Misty, like this. Take our pad out. And I use these new little Misty mats. I don't know if you've seen them, but I really like.
Oh my goodness, I have not.
So this holds it in. You get 3 in a pack, different grid sizes. I have to say I don't use the grid lines, but I like the fact you don't have to have a magnet. You just stick it on and it comes off nice and easily too.
Oh my goodness. I have got to get one of those.
Yep, so they are also in the supply list that Brandy dropped in the comments. We made sure to link those up. I'm going to do a little bit of an ombre. So I'm going to use the grape again, the bubble gum, and the neon lights. So I just kind of touch down a little bit of pink, touch down some blue.
Can you move the butterfly over a little bit?
There we go.
Thank you.
And then I'm just touching a little bit of purple in the middle there. So I'm going to give it a smush. So this tool just gives it a little bit of even pressure on there, and you get that lovely impression. And already you could just use this butterfly and off you go. So you see it just peels off so nicely on there. I'm a fan of those little mats. So now I'm going to take 3 colors of Copics. You could use any alcohol markers. These inks are alcohol marker friendly instantly. You don't have to heat set them. I chose B and then 4 zeros, quadruple 0, RV93 and BV02. So you can use any tones that go in. And all I did to add color was started with the purple because that was in the middle here. Colored in the body. And then just flicked outwards.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So really easy, but just adds that little hint of color, makes it look nice and delicate. Almost like the wings are a little bit see-through. And then the pink. So I just went in where the pink ink was, and it's a really nice, actually good match for that bubblegum ink.
Awesome.
But again, just flick in together so they meet in the middle. Same, a bit more purple in here. And it doesn't matter if we go over lines because we're going to cut it out. And then finally our blue, which I went a little bit lighter so it kind of gives that delicate effect. And that's it. That's our butterfly colored in. So really easy. And if you want to have the purple come out more, you can kind of play around with however you want it to look. Like so. So let's give her a little bit of a trim out. Everyone's favorite job. It's a fussy cut. And I'm very much someone who keeps my scissors still and I move my cardstock. I find that's the easiest way to do it. Concentrating hard.
You're doing a much better job than I would.
It's hard trying to do it fast. I mean, we have SVGs that coordinate with all of our stamps. So normally that's what I do, but
I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so all of our stamps, if you're we have an insiders club, which gives you permanent free shipping in the US, and it gives you SVGs for every stamp set we've ever released. So if you just want to cut them out, and we have that. Okay, there is our little butterfly down. Now I'm going to use the little butterfly trail from Flights of Fancy again, and stamp that here on the bottom. And all the stamps, the rubber stamps also come mounted on cling foam, so you don't have to do that yourself. And you can put this on. So you can have this as a landscape or a portrait card. I'm using our black Remarkable ink. Again, it's on a silicone foam. It's instantly alcohol marker friendly. And if you heat set it, it's also water friendly too. You can use it with watercolors and things. I'm just cleaning off these. And now we can finish it up. So stick on our Coronation Purple. And I like to map my cards open like this. So it's if it's folded, it's really bouncy and it's harder to get that nice precision to mount them up. So again, stick this one on. And for the sentiment, we have these pre-printed sentiments. This is what I'm going to use. I put my little baggie to bring it over to the studio this morning. And there is a die that aligns, so you can line up the 2 dots and cut them all out. They're foilable, they're inkable. You get the black and the white. You get the reverse of it as well, so that you can foil and things. So they're really fun as well. And this one is not yet released, but I did put it in as a pre-order for the summit. So you can get them, we'll ship them out, we have them, but no one else can order them. So it's an exclusive here for Brandy and the summit.
Awesome.
So
I will say, Alexander, you guys were really in the forefront in terms of creating all of the sentiments that were foilable. Is that the word?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Foilable.
And the background paper pads, making sure that they were inked with the laser ink, so those could be foiled as well. That was something you guys really brought to the forefront early on.
Yeah, we did. And we also have double foilable ephemera, all sorts of things like that. So we really worked hard on finding the right toner and all the things that you need to have, great success with foiling and things like that. And to make it easy, because I am a little bit of a lazy crafter. I like the instant gratification, but I like everything to look like I took, hours and hours to make a beautiful card. So I'm using The Great Gift of Easter is Hope. I'm going to stick this on here. Next, I'm going to take my butterfly and I'm just going to put my nail on the edge of each of her body to the wings. And I'm going to use some Maker Magic. So this is a crystal clear adhesive. If you press it down, it will dry completely flat. So for instance, like here, my butterfly will be flat on the body and the wings will still stay up. It will also glue wood, metal, ephemera, mixed media, collage, all of that. But if you don't push it down and you just dot it around, it will dry like a Nouveau drop. So you can have it 3D or flat. And there is our first card. We didn't do bad. Nice. That was what, like 15 minutes? I think that's pretty good going. So that is our first one done.
Speed card maker that you are.
I tried to have everything prepped. Did my best here. So that's card number 1. Now the second card I wanted to share with you is this one. Again, this is an exclusive because this little teddy bear doesn't actually come out until 4:30 this afternoon. We have a special release. We have a new designer at Maker Forte. So lots of our sets are about collaboration. And we have a new girl coming out. She actually used to work with Disney and I'm super excited. So this is one of her first stamp sets. So I'm going to show you how I put this together because I combined a few things to make this one. So let's see. I'm going to grab out my cloud stencil. I'm going to use my Take Care Teddy Bear stamp set. So this is new. It is available to those here at Summit now, even though it technically doesn't release till 4:30 this afternoon. We've made it available in that special link that Brandy gave you as well. And then I'm also going to combine a little bit of Many Happy Returns for the balloon. All right, so let's grab out a piece of cardstock. So I started by blending out my clouds. And I have a piece of pre-cut slimline cardstock. I'm going to use the same Maker mat. I'm just going to stick it down so I don't have to keep retaping over and over. We are going to start out with some bubblegum ink, just like this, and blend a little bit down the bottom here like this, just to get it started. I'm going to put my clouds on. And then I just kept moving my stencil. So it looks like they're different clouds, but actually they're all the same. There's my pink. We'll choose some red Leicester to get our orange. And the color that is on the top is the true color if you just stamp it out. You can see this one is really bright. But if I blend off to the side, now it can make it a lovely kind of light pastel-y orange. I'm doing about 3 clouds per color. We'll move to some Yellowstone. I'm going to start using the other side of my stencil so I don't have to clean it. And the nice thing here is I'm blending from paper to paper, so you don't get any of those harsh lines or splotches or any of those kinds of things. You just blend from one to the other. That's our yellow. Now we'll move into some palm tree green. As I look at the palm trees outside, it's a little bit blowy here. And then we'll move into our blue, the neon lights. This is probably my favorite of all of our colors. And so now I'm going to use the side edge of the stencil. And then finally, we're going to do some purple on the other edge. So I'm going to use the grape again. So same colors, just in a slightly different order. And I see there's some questions about coupon codes and things like that, Brandy. Bethany is here, so she'll be able to help us if there's any of those as well.
Sounds good.
Okay, so there is our background. Really soft and pretty. Perfect for a little teddy bear to float down on. And I'm going to trim this down. So I actually want it to be 3 inches wide. I have just over here to the side my dimensions for a slimline. And so I like using this little Tim Holtz trimmer, but it doesn't go all the way out on the side to the 8.5. So what I do is I cut off my long side first. This makes a really pretty strip to go on any card anyway. So we'll keep that. And then I just use that same piece to know how much to cut off the bottom. So then I don't have to do any measuring or get a different trim or anything out. While I'm here, I'm going to cut out my black. So this one, I want it to be 3.25 wide. I need to know my 1/4 inch. So I cut full size, cut off my 1/4, and I use these strips for all sorts of things. So they're handy to have. And then trim again, and it's all done, ready to go. So now let's work on our little teddy bear. As I said, I combined 2 sets to make a little bear. So all of our stamp sets also have everything printed on the inside. So if you like indexing, you can put this in a plastic folder and keep it and know what's in the stamp set. Or, sometimes we all have those stamp sets and we don't know if we put everything back. If you don't keep the acetate, you can put it just on top and see if you've got everything inside. Yes, Diane, the new sentiments are in the link as well. They should be called spring sentiments, I think they're called. Let's grab out cardstock, and I missed a minute. So I started off by stamping my teddy bear. Again, I'm going to use the Remarkable because it's instantly alcohol marker friendly. I don't know if we'll get him all colored in today, but you can at least have a go. There we go. To the side. And then we can pick out our balloons. So you've got a little cat balloon up here. You've got hearts. You've got a star balloon, regular kind of balloon. So you can pick, you could even make him a bouquet of balloons if you wanted to. And I'm going to pick this up. Stamp it with some bubble gum to make a colored balloon. And each of your balloons also come with the little shiny pieces so that you can make it look 3D. You can stamp that in another color. I usually just go over with the same because these do layer really nicely together. So again, I'm going to stamp some bubble gum, and then I fill in a little bit with my Copics as well. So I'll do that in a second. And then we need some balloon strings. So there's lots of different strings in the set here, and you can do this with an acrylic block, or you can do it with your stamp platform, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to, there's my middle piece. There it is. So this is his initial one, making sure it goes over his little hand here. Come on. These tiny ones are so hard to pick up. My Misty's dirty. Give it a quick wipe. There we go. Again, I'm going to do the string in bubblegum because I can always go over it in another color once I've got it on and firmed up, ready to go. A little wipe. And I do suggest for the balloons, you precondition them. So we have a preconditioner that works on any photopolymer stamp. So if you ever use a photopolymer, you'll know that the first time you get it out, sometimes you don't get the best first impression. So we have a conditioner that takes off that release that that sometimes is on there. So there's our little tails, and you can even add an extra little swirl on the bottom here. Like so. So there's our base little bear built, ready to go. And again, we'll just peel them off our little Misty mat. And let's start off. So again, I'm going to color on my maker mat because you always want something non-porous underneath when you start with your alcohol markers. So I'm starting my base coat with an E53 on this bear. And making sure I lay down plenty of color. And I'm coloring all over him. And I am doing round strokes on his tummy because then it kind of gives me an idea of where I want that shading to go in a minute. So his tummy already starts to look a little bit rounded just from even that base coat. And we're looking for that the ink is starting to come through on the other side. That's how you know you've laid down enough color with alcohol markers and it's ready to blend into other colors. And around his face. I am leaving his little like extra nose piece empty. I'm going to use E51 on that because I do want that to be a much lighter shade. And then I'll use the E53 for the shading on his nose like this. Then we'll go in with an E31.
Alexandra?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but is the code Summit or Summit 20?
That's a good one. Bethany, what could you just confirm what the code is for us? I can't look while I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll check for us and pop
Thank you.
Down. So I'm just adding a little bit in here, rounding up the tummy. Go back out and blend. And finally, I have an E55, and if I need it, I have the E57 here too. Just adding in my shadows. Now he starts to look like a real little honey bear. Do the centers of his ears. have those little shadows. And then I'm going out from darkest to lightest. And then finally, I just go back all over it, blend everything together. Finish off his ears. And I want to add a little bit of blush. Now, you can do blush a couple of different ways. I've seen lots of people who do the cute little round cheeks. I did a Copic course, and they told me to just flick from each side. And their suggestion was an R30. And you can see there, it just gives the effect, if I lift this up, of little rosy cheeks, but they're not too dominant on there. So we're going to do that. We're also going to blend in our balloon. So I'm going to start with, what colors we've got here. We'll start our base with the RV10. So I'm just going to go all over my balloon on here. Then I'm going to go to my darkest so I don't lose the detail that I stamped on there, so I know where those little extra pieces are. And then now we're going to go to that mid shade. Again, back to the lightest. So it gives you a really nice little 3D balloon on there. And then just to finish it off, I like using the Posca pen. This is the white. I did put it in the supply list. I forgot his little nose. His little black nose there. And then I just kind of accentuate with just a line and a dot. Lines and dots. Got little freckles. And there we go. So there's our little Take Care teddy bear. For the sentiment on the card, I used the other new little bear stamp set. So there's lots of little fun ones. There's Hi Snuggle Bear, Take Care teddy bear, need snuggles. I miss you so very much. Coffee please, barely awake, bear with me. And we just love this little splat bear that Lauren came up with. I mean, I think we all sometimes feel a little bit like a splat bear, so it's a fun one to have on there. So I'm also going to just stamp this onto my piece.
All right, we've got just a couple of minutes to wrap up.
So I'll show you the finished one. So what I did was stamp out Hi There Snuggle Bear, obviously stamp and cut here, and I added some little gems, and I did the same rainbow all the way up. We have gems that coordinate with the inks. They're all named the same thing. Popped him up on a little bit of foam, and there he is coming down the clouds.
Awesome.
So super easy, but really effective, and all the same colors. So between the two cards, we use the same colors, so you can stretch them lots of different ways.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Those cards
Thanks,
are just
Randy.
adorable.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So we are still having some issues with that promo code. So if Bethany can email me that information to see what's going on, then I can share that on our Facebook group and our business page. And so that everybody can take advantage of that. And I'll see if I can send out an email before it expires at 3 o'clock. Okay, or if you guys want to extend it till maybe 5 or something, just so we can get people an opportunity to take a look at it.
Definitely.
All
so
right.
I think you have a giveaway. So while you're doing that, I'll look at the code.
Absolutely. All right. So we have a fabulous giveaway from Maker Forte. So let's take a look here. All right. So we have here the watercolor Maker Forte Easy Watercolor stamp set right there. And this is an oldie one. I remember stamping with that when I was on design team. Then we have their exclusive ink set here that they have specifically formulated for their business. We've got the flamingo, we've got Yellowstone, and neon lights. These colors all coordinate quite well together. And then, of course, we've got the Mr. Perfect. And I want to say that's a clever, clever name. All right. Let's see. You have the best names, I tell you. I love the red one, the telephone box red. Yes. I always thought that was so funny. All right, so let's go ahead and give that giveaway away. And let's see here. Who's excited about getting that Maker Forte bundle? Okay, the winner for the Maker Forte bundle is going to Nancy. And Nancy's last name starts with an F and ends with an S. Nancy, we're going to be emailing you over the next couple of days so that we can confirm that you're a human and not a bot. Get your mailing address, and then we're going to send that information over to the folks at Maker Forte so they can ship that out directly to you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Maria. And I should have the code working. There was a little button that's needed clicking. So
okay, great.
You should be good to go.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let me go ahead and scroll that on the screen. And to confirm that promo code is SUMMIT, SUMMIT. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. All right, you guys, that promo does end at 3 o'clock. So make sure you get your purchases in before then. I've also got my little reminder saying, Brandy, get off the air. I also have that link on there to get the supply list for all those products that Alexandra used today. Now, remember, those are early exclusive products. It's not even launched publicly on their website. So definitely check that out. That's stampmesomelove.com/maker-forte-livestream-supply list. And also don't forget, we are collecting or combining a large page on our card maker website at Shop the Summit, where we're going to be going back through all of these live streams and cataloging all of the products that were either demoed or used as a giveaway. And then you have an easy place to take a look at all the things that were shared during the Card Maker Success Summit. All right. Thank you so much, Alexandra. I appreciate you coming on board. And I love
thanks, Brandy.
I love that you guys sponsored us this year. We have lots of folks, actually, I saw in the comments who have never heard of Maker Forte. So that is so cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for having us, and enjoy the rest of your summit, Brandy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, you guys, we are getting close to 2 o'clock. So we've got a presentation about to go live. Let me just take a look at our schedule. Okay, next up, we've got one of our crafty speakers, and that is going to be, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're in the end of our day. Karen Boyce, she's going to be doing alcohol inked birthday cards that are so stinking cute. So you definitely want to check that out. Also, don't forget that code for Maker Forte ends at 3 o'clock today. So be sure to check that out before. And if you're a VIP All Access Pass member, be sure to log into the VIP All Access Pass, grab your special promo code for that over there. And then also you can stack your free shipping on that. So, all right. Take care, you guys. We'll see you this evening at the wrap-up party. Bye-bye.